एक सीरीज़ शुरू की थी जिस ਵਿੱਚ ਕਿ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਜੋ ਹੈ ਹਰ ਇੱਕ ਜੋ ਵਿਅਕਤੀ ਚਾਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਜੋ ਉਸ ਨੂੰ ਅਲਿਊਡ ਕਰਦੀ ਹੈ ਕਿਹੜੇ ਇਨਗਰੀਡੀਐਂਟਸ ਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਜੀਵਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਜਿਸ ਨਾਲ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਖੁਸ਼ ਰਹਿ ਸਕਨੇ ਆ। ਇਸ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਇੰਗਲਿਸ਼ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨਾਲ ਖਾਸ ਤੌਰ ਤੇ ਇੱਕ ਬਿਹਤਰ ਤਾਲਮੇਲ ਬਣਾ ਸਕੀਏ ਅਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਕੋਲ ਵੀ ਇਹ ਬਹਾਨਾ ਨਾ ਹੋਏ ਕਿ ਜੀ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਤਾਂ ਸਮਝ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਉਂਦੀ। ਸੋ ਬੇਸਿਕਲੀ ਇਸ ਚੀਜ਼ ਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਐਮਫਸਾਈਜ਼ ਕਰਕੇ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਆਪਣੇ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਇਸ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਨਾਲ ਜੋੜੋ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਹਰ ਇੱਕ ਕੋਈ ਚਾਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਘਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸੁਖਾਵਾਂ ਮਾਹੌਲ ਹੋਵੇ, ਹਰ ਇੱਕ ਕੋਈ ਖੁਸ਼ ਰਹਿਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ। ਸੋ ਇसी ਸੰਬੰਧ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਓ ਮੁੜ ਤੋਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਜੋੜਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਪੂਜਾ ਰੂਪਰਲ ਜੀ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਸਾਂਝ ਪਾਣਗੇ। ਵੈਲਕਮ ਟੂ ਦ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ।
Thank you.
So last time we had discussed about that love is the foundation and unconditional love is a state which we should imbibe whereby we can create wonders. Now in this, when we talk about in a family what we are finding today that there are lots of mistrust which are happening, and just recently it was a sad story which came on air also whereby a 66-year-old man beat his wife so much that she died. It's very unfortunate. These kind of things are unheard of, but this is what is happening in our communities. This is what across all cultures, where the youngsters are going one way, the wife is going another way, the husband is going another way. So that trust is not developing, that confidence is missing. How can spirituality play a role over here?
Unfortunately, we seem to leave our best for the rest of the world, and we give our worst to the people closest to us.
Right.
And that's something we need to all change. We need to look at that. The way spirituality plays a role is when you're praying, when you're in that state of mind, or when you're meditating, when you're in that calmer state of mind and you're feeling positive, you are able to let go of negative emotions like anger, judgment. These are the emotions that come into play, expectations.
Right.
We all want to get things our way. So when the people in our life don't do things the way we want them to do, we get angry, we get upset, and that's where it starts. And
Right.
sometimes some people are so unable to handle the fact that another person wants to do things differently that they get violent.
Right.
And then it results into murder or whatever. So spirituality helps us to look at things far more positively. It's our opportunity to connect with the higher force, whether it's God, universe, whatever whatever it means to you,
Right.
and to get into that state where you feel positive, happy, and when you're in that state, you'll interact with people from that state.
Right. Pooja ji, it's very nice to hear such words, but again, how to start from yourself that you become a love commander, that you are leading the way, because we want, if we are discussing, I want Pooja to start with that, I'm listening, I'm enjoying, but when it comes to me again, I take a side step. So how to ingrain that thought deeply and embed it into our thoughts that yes, I should be a love commander?
It's a process. Again, it's not something that any of us can accomplish within a day. There are many, many things I personally do. I journal.
Okay.
I remember many, many years back, I heard, I'd gone for a Buddhist meeting and I heard an experience of a dancer in the United States, and somebody had brought his experience to share.
Right.
And he spoke about how he writes a negativity journal. So whenever he had a negative thought, when he was angry, instead of allowing it to express outwardly in his interaction with others, he would pen down his anger and park all that negative emotion in the book and let go of it,
Right.
so that when he interacted with the other person, he was in a calmer place. So there are many, many such things that we can do.
Right.
Another thing that I always do is say thank you a lot.
Right.
Every night before I go to bed, I think back to the day, and of course not everything is gone right,
Right.
but I still find 5 things that I can offer appreciation for, because then when I'm focusing on that, I forget about the things that didn't work out. I'm able to let go of that when I'm in that state of appreciation.
Right. And to be in that state of appreciation, you have to be, bliss it has to be there. You have to live a blissful life, and everybody wants to live a blissful life. Now, how to find that blissfulness in your life? First of all, if you could tell us what is blissfulness according to you, and how to find that state?
Blissfulness, according to me, is that state where you're happy no matter what. Things go wrong, things go right. Today you had a fight with your mom, and tomorrow you have a fight with your son. But you are in that state of serenity where you're able to take things in your stride, whether they are good, bad, ugly. Again, it's a lot of internal work, much easier said than done. But that to me is what blissfulness and being happy is all about. We don't let others control
Right.
our happiness, our blissful moments. We take charge of that.
Right. And to be in that state of blissfulness, what do you feel? It's your mind or your heart what you should focus upon?
Heart.
Okay.
I think.
And how can you tune into your heart?
I think when the heart is the abode of all creative, everything that's creative.
Right.
When we interact with people from the heart, it's an expression of love.
Right.
It's the mind, which is sometimes so ego controlled, which tells us things like we are better than others, we need to win this argument, we need to pull this other person down so that we can get that promotion.
Right.
That's all ego controlled. But the heart is pure. It doesn't manifest as an expression of our ego.
So from that ego consciousness, you have to come out of that and come into that God consciousness, what you're talking
Yes, heart consciousness, love consciousness, whatever
about. Right.
you want to call it.
Now this is possible if you are able to understand this and live your life according to that blissfulness, what you're talking about. So how to tune into your heart, as you said, this has to be again a constant battering, that you ought to
Yes.
understand this, how you have to take this step. So if you could tell us what steps need to be taken for this.
You could read a good book to get into that space.
Right.
Listen to some music. Sometimes you listen to a song that makes you feel so emotional you want to cry. It makes you feel good. It makes you feel happy. But there is other forms of music that has words that don't instill those feelings of happiness, right? They take your thoughts in a different direction. So you want to surround yourself with all of those things that help you to achieve that mind state.
Okay.
You want to surround yourself with those kind of people who make you feel that way. That music, those books, add to the best of your ability. It's not always possible, but to the best of your ability.
You talked about the blessings. We have so many blessings in our life, but we always complain about what we don't get or what we don't achieve. Now, how to have that state of mind whereby we can live our blessings? You gave an example of that, thank you, what you do, but otherwise, how can we live our blessings?
Live our blessing. So when I'm speaking about blessing here, it's a gift. Each of us has a gift. The universe has not ignored any one of us. So somebody has a beautiful voice, somebody is a great sports person. All of us have different gifts. And when we have a gift, it's a responsibility to excel at it. Sometimes we think that, oh, I have a gift, I'm a writer, I'm a singer, I don't need to practice, it should come naturally, right? But the fact that we have a gift means we have to practice harder. So it doesn't matter, it could be the greatest piano player in the world, he would have had hours of practice behind it. So living our blessing is, whatever gift I have, how can I make it more meaningful by sharing it with the rest of the world?
Right. And everybody has some or the other kind of uniqueness.
Definitely.
And how you come forward with that, that's your contribution.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure talking to you. Thank you. So ਅੱਜ ਜੋ ਅਸੀਂ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕੀਤੀ, ਪੂਜਾ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਹੈਗਾ ਕਿ ਹਰ ਇੱਕ ਵਿਅਕਤੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੱਕ ਖਾਸ ਉਸ ਦੇ ਜੀਵਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੱਕ ਵਿਸ਼ੇਸ਼ਤਾ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ। ਅਸੀਂ ਆਮ ਤੌਰ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਦੂਸਰਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਪ੍ਰਤੀ ਜੋ ਹੈ ਇਹੀ ਨਜ਼ਰਾਂ ਰੱਖਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਉਸ ਕੋਲ ਇਹ ਤੇ ਕੰਪਲੇਨ ਬਲੇਮ ਗੇਮ ਵਿੱਚ ਪੈ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਪਰ ਬਲੇਸਿੰਗ ਹੈ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ, ਜੋ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਜੀਵਨ ਮਿਲਿਆ ਹੈ ਉਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੁਝ ਨਾ ਕੁਝ ਖਾਸ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਜੀਵਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੀ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਹੈ। ਉਸ ਨੂੰ ਲੱਭ ਕੇ ਉਸ ਨੂੰ ਪੈਸ਼ਨੇਟਲੀ ਜਦੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਜੀਣਾ ਸਿੱਖਾਂਗੇ, ਅਨਕੰਡੀਸ਼ਨਲ ਸਾਡਾ ਪਿਆਰ ਹੋਏਗਾ, ਤਾਂ ਯਕੀਨਨ ਤੌਰ ਤੇ ਉਸ ਬਲਿਸਫੁਲ ਸਟੇਟ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਸੀਂ ਪਹੁੰਚ ਸਕਾਂਗੇ।